As a parent, you know this. Kids don't want to clean their room every day. They don't want to take a bath every day. They don't want to brush their teeth every day. And they don't want to practice their instrument every day. But sticking to these tasks is what ultimately teaches us discipline and makes us into who we are. So here are some tips for parents to help your kids enjoy practice a little more. Number 1, practice earlier in the day. If you're waiting until after dinner for your kids to practice, they're probably starting to settle down and get tired, and their brains are starting to relax. So to set them down and doing anything like homework or really tedious tasks, things that you have to think a lot about, practicing the piano, it's probably going to cause a lot of stress. So do that. Just try practicing earlier in the day and see how it works out. Number 2, instead of setting a practice time, set practice goals. Now, we often hear that we should practice 30 minutes a day. And for some adults, that may work. But here's an option for kids that will probably work better. Set practice goals. For example, say, accomplish the first half of the song today, and then you can go play. Well, the first half of the song may take them 25 minutes. It may take them 40 minutes. It may take them 20 minutes. So not limiting them to time, but setting a goal, it'll help them feel accomplished, and they'll know that they conquered that goal for the day. You want practice time for your kids to be valued more than endured. If it's a drudgery, it's going to be a pretty hair-pulling experience. So you as a parent at the beginning of the week, set goals. Set them for every day. Now every so often, if the child chooses, they could even double up on their goals for that week, just like you would in homeschool, and do 2 days worth in 1 day. You don't want to do this every day because consistency is the key with practice. But every once in a while, that may be a good idea, and then they can have the next day free, especially if they want to do something else. Number 3, use the bot practice game. If you've signed up for our mailing list, you'll receive this in your email inbox. And it's just a fun way to keep your kids motivated. You can post the board game on your refrigerator and the kids can watch their progress. At the end of the game, we encourage you to give them some kind of prize. And it doesn't have to be a monetary prize. It doesn't have to be a thing. It could be reading at the library for an hour, or playing outside for an extra hour longer, or a day of not making your bed. Now that's cool. Number 4, don't bargain with practice time. If your child comes to you and says, "Mom, I'll practice tomorrow, I will double up tomorrow," the likelihood is probably going to be that tomorrow when practice time comes, they're not going to want to do both lessons. Don't make practice times negotiable, because then your kids will start thinking, "Hey, I can do this more often and not practice so much." But remember, with learning music, learning an instrument, consistency is the key. It's doing little bite-sized chunks every day. That's how you learn. Number 5, monitor their progress. If you see your child is getting overwhelmed with practice time, frustrated, set lesser goals and see how that works out. If your child is getting done in 5 or 10 minutes every day and it's not challenging them, set higher goals. The ultimate goal for each week's worth of lesson is to be able to play the lesson without mistakes. We know that you're probably going to hit a couple bumps along the road as your kids practice and learn music, but we want to help you try to make this as fun as possible and as less stressful as possible. And we want your kids to have fun learning.